And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that short break as we have returned with the semi-finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup number 59. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who will be our Zerg finalist and our Zerg representative. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our purple Zerg player from the land of Costa Rica, representing Team License to Kill. It is EON. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player from the land of Belarus, representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nikich. Here we go. We have our ZvZ, and fun fact, as we are settling into this, I was talking to EON, and this is his first time making it this far. It's his first time in the semifinals. Nikich has made it here before. It's going to be a pull first. Pull first out of Nikich. EON going for a hatch first himself. We are going to be switching up the openers and adjusting here early on. But yeah, EON has never made it this far before in Sparkling Tuna Cup, despite how often he does compete and how often he does sign up. So yeah, just a crazy run for him. I believe it's like 6 a.m. over where EON is residing, so just a wild time to be awake. He did not wake up early. He has stayed up late. EON, he is purely a degen. he's a pure degen, papi. Yeah, he's an animal. Absolute animal. And we'll see if he can somehow make it further, as Nikich is going to be coming as the favorite player, but upsets have occurred before. They can happen again. 6 lings are now on the way. The lings are on the horizon here for Nikich. Again, it was a pull first. It's only going to be 6 lings for the time being. And EON will have the faster hatchery, but it's going to be on EON to micro-back his units, micro-back his drones, and maintain his worker count. So here we go. Lings are moving out across the map. Lings are moving out. Meanwhile, back at home, EON settling in. Does spot the lings, of course, with the Overlord. Is aware. And EON should soon be evacuating his natural base to keep these drones alive, to keep them safe, and to minimize his losses. There we go. The drones are pulled back. Lings have arrived. And so far, a good response here by EON. But Nikich is not done. He's not content. He's going for a drone kill in the main. Oh! Almost catch some lings. Almost does catch them out. Oh! Almost getting surrounded as well. Yeah, EON, he takes a lot of damage with those lings, but the queen does pop out in time. And we get 1 drone kill. Good control here by Nikich. Gets 1 drone, takes down some lings, pulls away, and will race back home. Oh, bleeding out some extra lings though towards the end there, and looking at the overall units lost, it was 5 lings for 2 lings and 1 drone. It was an okay amount of damage, bearing in mind as well it did force inefficient mining because EON had to pull away and pull into his main from the workers that were at his natural. So yeah, now we see the Maynard. Now we can actually mine freely here at the natural base. But we do have that back and forth. Nikich going for the Bailey Nest, now taking a 3rd. EON not taking a 3rd base, he's staying on 2 bases instead. That's going to be an Evo Chamber and a Roach Warren on the way. EON is hunkering down on 2 bases, while Nikich will take an economic lead with the 3rd. So we do have a bit of a back and forth going on here, where Nikich will have the economy, and instead EON will have the Roaches. As EON is skipping the Bailey Nest and going straight into Roaches instead. So EON just going to be trying to bypass and skip the Lingbane portion of ZvZ. Meanwhile, Nikich is massing up lings and is moving out across the map. Yeah, we're flooding across the map here. And can we break this natural base? Roaches are still not out. Not yet. And here come the Banelings. Oh my god, Nikich is doubling down. He wants to break this natural, break through, and end it here and now. We'll see if he can. The Queen taking a lot of damage, but again, the SimCity is solid here for EON. The Queen is getting low. The Banelings are won again. Yeah, they break through the Queen. The Queen does fall. We get into the mineral line. Massive connections. Ooh, 10 drones go down. 10 workers do fall. Lings, they come in from behind. They bring down the Queen. It looks like Nikich has done it, has broken the defenses here of EON. Just need a couple more seconds for those Roaches. But they came out too little too late as the wall is wide open and Nikich has done it. We get a surround. Lings are coming in, but at this point the Roaches have been cleaned up. We've already lost the economy, we've lost the workers. And now we're making our way to the main. GG, Nikich takes game 1. GG, well played. Nikich does take the first game here. Again, EON trying to skip Ling Bane, trying to hunker down and get into roaches, but just before the roaches popped out, Nikich popped off. Did pop off just in time. And with that, we are now getting into our next game. Getting ready for game number 2, and I'm hoping we can have a back and forth. I'm hoping we can get an ace match. But I also expected this to be a short series. I'll be honest, I expected a short series between these two. Very quick game 1, and I'm expecting another fast game number 2. We'll see how we vary things up as we're going to be loading into EON for that second game. Here we go. Are going to be loading in. And spawning in the top right hand corner of EON, we have our Red Zerg player. Red Zerg player from the land of Belarus, leading the series 1-0. One more game and he will make it to the grand finals. It is Nikich. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the purple Zerg player representing Team License to Kill LTK. It is EON. The pressure is on. He's up against the wall. He has to fight back here and now to force that ace match. We'll see if EON can pull it off. For the time being, going for a 14 hatch. Okay. You have my attention. EON, I believe, is setting up for a fake hatch first and doubling down with aggression behind it. I believe that's going to be the case. As the gas has been taken. It's going to be a 13 even. Yeah. Oh boy. So basically what's happening here is that EON is going to be rushing into Ling speed and into maybe even Banelings behind it as well. It does make it look like we're going for a hatch first, but it is anything but. We will not be droning. EON is going to be hyper aggressive. He's going to be very aggressive with this early gas. Meanwhile, Nikich going for a hatch gas pool. Standard opener. Gases have just now been taken. Spawning pool just now thrown down. Again, we're going to be later here in terms of that link speed and of our tech. So EON has that advantage. We'll see if we can make use of it. As EON does want to be the defender. Not anymore. Not anymore. As the pool's about to finish up. Now, EON did drone up a little bit. We did make it 2 extra workers, but now here come the Lings. Now, what's interesting here is that we have Ling speed, but we are pulling out of gas, so it's going to just be a Ling flood. So it's going to be a straight up Ling flood here out of EON. He has full saturation in the main mineral line. No gas whatsoever. Pure Ling, and Nikich has the pieces all together. Nikich with the Overlord will confirm that the hatchery is already done. Creep is spreading. And Nikich may believe it's a standard opener. Oh boy. So we do see Lings building up in the main base. We're banking up Lings. Nikich does get eyes on the hatchery. Did see 1 drone mining. Back at home, Nikich, he's taking a third. He's taking a third base. Again, EON luring Nikich into a false insecurity. Luring him in. And we are waiting to pull the trigger. Nikich moving out with the Ling Scout. Trying to get a read on what's going on. Queen does advance forward. It's on EON here to deny the scouts. Lings are spotted. We know. We now know what's going on. We cancel the third base immediately. Nikich is walling off. He cancels the third. He walls off completely. So far, good response out of Nikich. Banelings is on the way, but we have to rely on Queens and Lings to defend. As EON is sending everything across the map. He was hoping to pull this off a little bit later. He was hoping that the third base would finish, but Nikich was able to get a read a little bit earlier here. He was able to get a heads up. Banelings is exposed though. Yeah, the Banelings is going to go down. No Banelings here for Nikich. Oh, that's a kill that I cancel. We break in. We break into the natural. Lings are trying to get on top of the Queens so far. Nice positioning here from Nikich. Does hold the line. Reinforcements on the way. Nikich, he's holding. He's barely holding on. And EON, now he's forced to drone. Gonna be forced to drone up. Nikich has survived. And EON won't get much more done. EON throwing down a Roach Warren, getting into 2-base Roach play. But he's bleeding out Lings across the map. Nikich does have map control, going for his own counterattack. We have +1 melee on the way. Bailing speed is almost done. And once again, we have a game state where Nikich, his goal here is to break his opponent on 2 bases. It is going to be to break EON. As Lings are trying to buy time. Nikich refocusing here on the natural. He's going for the queen. Going for the queen. Bailing's about to be morphed in as well. Lings, they try to come in from behind, though. Nikich forced to pull away, waiting for those Bailings. We have 9 roaches in production. EON does get eyes on the Bailings. He's aware. He's aware what's going on. But the roaches, this time, they arrive just in time to replace the queen. Ooh, big connections. The Lings are shut down, but EON, he holds his time. This time, he does hold on. Roaches have arrived. EON is droning up behind this. Roaches hold the line, and now Nikich has to get into his own roach production. Now Nikich has to drone up as well. So, whew, okay, we have survived the early game for the time being. We're calming things down. The drone counts are similar with each other, and we are droning. Both players are droning up. EON going for a bit of a move out, but I believe this is going to be a fake move out. Yeah, EON's droning. So EON's not reinforcing. So basically, these roaches are revealed to the Lings and they're revealed to the Overlords, and he's forcing Nikich to make an army instead of droning. So EON is going to be able to take a bit of an economic advantage, or ideally, that's the case, as he moves out across the map. And EON has no intention of committing. He shouldn't, at least. Does rock up. Gets a tumor, retreats from here. He's going to be able to bleed out a roach, transfuse the clutch, and EON has to get the hell out of here. Will retreat. Bearing in mind that Nikich has no lair. There's no lair for Nikich. There's no further tech. He has +1 melee. Lings, they come in for a surround. We catch out the roaches. Oh, we catch the roaches, and now EON's in trouble. EON has been taking. He's got Burrow on the way. He's got +1 range. He's got the lair as well. These are all things that are not roaches. So Nikich does have the roach lead. EON racing back home, and Nikich, he's committing. He's embracing this. He's moving out, forcing EON back. Ravagers are on the way. EON going to be able to repair or heal up some of those roaches with Burrow. Oh, but the vials. Yeah, they zone away the army. The Roach Warren is exposed. And Nikich, he can shut down the Warren. Vials, they zone away the army. No major connections yet. But you can see EON forced to rebuild that Roach Warren. Oh, ooh, the Vials, they connect as well. Nikich, he's breaking through. He's gaining ground. Takes down the Roach Warren. Thankfully, we have a backup Roach Warren on the way behind the natural base. +2 range on the way. +1 is done. EON does have the better upgrades. Does have +1. Behind this Nikich, he is up so heavily here in the workers. He's got 47 drones to 37 of EON. EON is being forced all in. He has roach speed on the way, but it just started. So EON has to expand. He has to expand. The longer this goes on, the worse it's going to be for EON. And at this point, he's going to have to... I mean, he's supply blocked. He can't make anything. Yeah, the supply block is brutal. EON trying to build up. And yeah, EON, he's not droning. He's just making roaches. Like, that's all he can do, is make roaches. And hope that Nikich is too greedy. But Nikich, he's not making any more drones. That's the problem here. If he was, then there'd be a chance, right? There'd be an opportunity for EON to punish the greed of Nikich. But it's not happening. Files. Oh no! Ooh, they connect. They graze the army. We are getting on top of the Ravagers. Not bad. Do you manage to catch one Ravager? Meanwhile, Lings, they slip into the mineral line. 3 drones go down. EON barely has an economy to begin with. Barely does have the economy. Lanes are flooding across. We can burrow. Oh, the Miles! No! Oh my god, Miles do connect. We deny the base. I mean, this is a cute move. EON is buying time to build on more roaches. These Miles won't connect, and we actually re-heal all the damage from those Miles. Let's go. We can just tank it. Oh, but we have detection. We now have detection. We force EON burrow. And EON, he has to take the fight. +2, just barely finishing up here. EON does hold. He holds on, going for his own counter push. Burst speed is done for both players. Again, EON has that upgraded advantage with +2. But Nikich, he does take the fight. Zones away his opponent. And denies the third. That's the win condition for Nikich, is deny the third base over and over again. Just maintain a bit of economy. And eventually overwhelm. EON trying to hold on as best he can. And again, he had an amazing performance to make it this far in the event. To make it to the semifinals, but his run will end here and now. As boys are being pulled, files that connect with the larva. Oh my god, the morphing and roaches will not finish. And GG, Nikich will take the series 2-0. Will advance on to the grand finals. GG. Nikich will take it here. Again, he came in as the favorite player, but EON has caused upsets before, and I was hoping for maybe a back and forth. Things were quite intense between Nikich and EON, but both in Game 1 and Game 2, Nikich was able to get the better of EON, was able to contain him, able to shut down his play, able to shut down his aggression, and yeah, just take things even further than that. As this game, Nikich was just up in workers. He was just up a base, up in workers, and was able to maintain himself. GG, well played. Congratulations. Congratulations to Nikich. He does advance on, and we are now getting ready for the upper semifinals. Oh boy.